Perplexity just launched something called Perplexity Computer, and it might be the most ambitious AI agent I've seen yet. It built me 4 working apps from a single prompt, runs for days without your help, and you can even control it from anywhere. I've covered OpenClaw and Cowork recently, and as many of you pointed out, both have real problems. OpenClaw's security is questionable, and Cowork only works while you're sitting at your desktop. Perplexity Computer solves both of those issues and does a lot more. Today, I'm breaking down what it is and how it works, and also show you what I've been building with it with side-by-side Claude, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna blow you away when you see what Perplexity could create. Let's get into it. If you've used Perplexity before, the search engine, you already know the brand. But Perplexity Computer is a completely different product. Think of it as a digital worker. You give it a goal, it figures out the steps, does the work, and delivers the finished results. Not just suggestions, actual deliverables. What makes it different from other AI models? 2 big things. First, it's model-agnostic. It doesn't rely on one AI model. It uses Claude Opus for reasoning, Gemini for research, Nano Banana for images, Grok for speed, ChatGPT for long context work. And it picks the best one for each subtask automatically. Second, everything runs in the cloud in its own isolated, secure environment. You're not giving it access to your personal machine. You kick something off, close your laptop, and it keeps working. It can run for days, even weeks if necessary, all without your assistance. It checks in only when it actually needs you. The other AI agents that I've covered, if your desktop turns off, the work stops right there. But that's not the case here. Now, let me show you why that matters, because the best way to understand this is to see it in action. I partnered with Perplexity to show you some of the use cases as an early preview. So on the Perplexity website, there is now a separate computer button. You click that and you get this familiar prompt interface. This is where you describe what you want. Here's what I typed. I run a YouTube channel called The Tech Girl. Look at my content. Tell me what the market buzz is, what new videos will go well, what my audience is searching for, and how to overall improve my video and channel performance. And then create a dashboard to showcase all of this data with suggestions on what videos I should make this week. That's it. One prompt, I hit enter, and it goes to work. Now here's the cool part. I can actually watch what it's doing. I can see the steps it's taking in real time. It's browsing the web, going through my YouTube channel, pulling data, analyzing thumbnails, checking my view counts, all in its own sandbox browser. I'm not doing anything. I'm just watching it work. After a few minutes, it comes back with this. Look at this. It built a full web app, not a document, not a PDF, a complete interactive dashboard with a sidebar, charts, everything. It pulled my subscriber count, total videos, average views. It even flagged that my AI videos are driving the most growth. There's a chart showing every recent video performance. It broke down my content by category, AI tools, tips and tricks, Apple ecosystem, photography, iPad tutorials, with a pie chart showing the mix. And it didn't stop there. It gave me a full growth plan, quick wins, growth levels, strategic moves, each one tagged by effort and impact. Real actionable advice based on my actual channel data. Not generic tips that you would find in a blog post. Personalized recommendations based on what's working and what's not on my channel. Look how it went through my whole YouTube channel, looked up every thumbnail, title, views, likes, built this wonderful dashboard. Even tells me what's working and what's not, what I should focus on. Isn't this wild? Okay, next is the example where I compared Claude and Perplexity Computer. Exactly the same prompt, exact same scenario, and Perplexity was way better than what Claude could create, and I was genuinely blown away. So I was planning a trip to Yellowstone National Park from Seattle during July 4th weekend. Since it's holiday season, tickets were expensive and hotels were already full. I wanted to see if AI can help. I gave Perplexity all the details and asked me to plan the trip for me with the best prices. I also gave Claude the exact same prompt to go research as well. So both came up with a dashboard with approximate prices for flights, hotels, car rentals, etc. But I was not looking for approximate prices, so I went back to both agents and said, look up actual prices for given data ranges, for flights, hotels with availability, car rentals, and stuff like that. I was surprised to see that Claude simply gave up, saying it doesn't have access to real-time flight prices or hotel prices. But Perplexity Computer, on the other hand, took its own time, but it did go and look up the actual flight prices. And not just for one date range I gave, but all close by days as well, and gave me the best real-time flight prices from Seattle to Yellowstone. It even gave options for hotels, inns, places to visit, and so many more details. The best part is it was able to analyze all the different combinations of days, hotels, car rentals, and give me the best option. Either I would have had to spend an enormous amount of time myself or book the one that I thought was good enough for a much higher price. Perplexity Computer saved me real money here. Let me show you another one. This time I wanted to see if it could build a full functioning web app, not just a dashboard, but something that I could actually use every day. I went back to computer and typed this. I'm a 31-year-old female, vegetarian. I exercise twice a week and want to exercise on alternate days. Build me a dashboard that tracks my food, calories, and macros daily. Give me recipe suggestions based on my restrictions and fitness goals. Track my exercises too. I want to build muscle, maintain weight, and stay active. Hit enter, it goes to work, I walk away. And look what it built. A full nutrition and fitness app called NutriFit. Calories today, protein today, weekly average calories, exercise days tracked over 14 days, all right there at the top. There's a calorie trend graph showing my intake over 2 weeks, protein intake bars, exercise calories burned, and look how beautifully it made the calorie tracker with macros in graph. I can even add the food I ate and it calculates everything automatically. It gave me a food tracker, a recipe section with vegetarian meals tailored to my protein needs, and an exercise log, all personalized to what I described in that one prompt. And just like everything computer builds, it comes with a shareable link. I can send this to anyone, open it in any device. It's a real web app. Something like this would normally take a developer weeks to build. Perplexity Computer did it in just a few minutes. And I didn't stop there. I kept testing it with all kinds of tasks just to see how far I could push it. I asked it to build me a sponsor tracking dashboard, and it gave me a full pipeline view with every deal organized by stage, lead, pitched, negotiating, confirmed, scripting, active deals with values and published dates, overdue payment alerts, even a calendar with filming and deadline dates. Everything a creator needs to manage brand partnerships in just one place. I even tested it for a friend and I asked it to create a daily job board for a video editor in Seattle. Look at this. It found 8 real listings, ranked them by match percentage, explained exactly why each one is a good fit, and gave direct apply links. And this updates every single morning at 8 a.m. with new postings, all from one prompt. Every single one of these is a shareable working web page, not a screenshot, not a static page, a real interactive application built entirely by Perplexity Computer from a single prompt. Now, take a step back and think about what just happened. Every single one of those apps involved serious research, browsing the web, scraping data, analyzing patterns, writing code, designing interfaces, and deploying a working application. That's not one task, that's a dozen of tasks, coordinated across multiple AI models, all running in parallel with barely any input from me. That's the power of model-agnostic approach. It's not just one AI trying to do everything, it's the best reasoning model planning the work, the best research model gathering the data, the best coding model building the app, all orchestrated automatically. No other AI agents I've tested can do this at this scale with this little handholding. Perplexity announced the computer feature for Max customers, but now it's available even for Pro plan users. And for $20 a month, just with the trip planning example, I showed you how I easily saved over $500. And unlike other AI agents, you don't have to worry about security risks on your machine or whether your laptop stays on or juggling 5 different AI subscriptions. One prompt, walk away, come back to finished work. If you want to try Perplexity Computer, I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check it out. Let me know in the comments which one of these would you build first. I'm genuinely curious. If this helped you out, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more breakdowns on AI tools that actually matter. And I'll see you in the next one. This is Anjana. Bye-bye.